Can we talk about a role that you did, the previous role, when you were at this house, which was when you sang Traviata, I think. Tell me about why this role is so right for you, because you did it when I think, were you 50 that year? And that seems in a way contrary to what you might do about Traviata when you might meet that role, but to do it that year and to do it so exquisitely, why did that feel like the right role to do at that time?
Well, it's interesting because I started singing Traviata very late. You know, I only sang her for 10 years altogether, and only a handful of times, but I just felt that she was so demanding. Violetta was such a demanding role, and I was afraid of doing these big famous parts anyway. I definitely have to say I found solace in obscurity all of these years doing unusual things, which have become the norm. I mean, when I sang Rusalka for the first time, nobody had really heard of it. So, and now it's part of the standard repertoire. And Traviata, on the other hand, is one of the roles by which all historic sopranos have been measured, and historically they've been measured. So I wanted to wait until I felt that I could sing all four roles into one, and also until I had something to say. I really felt strongly that I had been disappointed sometimes when I'd seen the part because I didn't get a specific point of view. And so once I developed that, I thought, okay, now. And I've stopped. I don't sing Violetta anymore. So it was kind of a short window, and I'm so happy that the one here was captured, because working with Richard Eyre in this production was an incredibly special experience.
Okay, let's see a little of it now. You have tears in your eyes watching that. When you look back at that, do you know what, I did that role for a certain period of time, but I really felt I got it?
Well, right now I'm just thinking, poor Violetta. I'm in the moment. I immediately am in that moment, because that moment is the pivotal moment in the entire opera, and it's the moment where she takes the high road, and no one else does in the opera, ever. And she is the one who says, I'm going to do the right thing, and it's when she turns around, I always talk about my characters in the third person, and waits. She's making the decision to do that, to sacrifice herself for the honor of Alfredo's family. It's just so wonderful. You know, that's why we love this opera. In fact, that's why the role is so enormously grateful. And more than anything I've ever sung, except maybe the Marschallin, that's the role in which I really felt that I succeeded in making the audience forget I was singing. That it was, it's so well drawn, the story is so well told, that ideally you're sitting there and you're involved in the story and you're saying, no, don't, you know, so. That's the thing that I thought. And yeah, there are certain things that have been captured. It's funny now because everything gets filmed, even whether you want to or not. I just sang in China, and the first 3 rows were iPads and iPhones. I mean, so I just thought, well, the days of trying things out are obviously gone. But when it's under the best circumstances, it is something that you really want to have as a part of, it's something that people can remember your best performances by.